Alright, so right now we're back in video mode. I'm having a little bit of a odd, what the hell you would call it, reaction, I guess, to the with the camera. Let me plug this in over here so I can get this one hooked up, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Hold on, guys. Okay, I just turned that on so you kind of have an idea what I'm doing here, or not doing, or whatever. Alright, what I did was, I'm using this one. Got a little record button up here, and it's showing, blinking, recording. It was going into record, from record into snapshot on time lapse. So every 3 seconds it would take a picture, and it wasn't recording anymore. So I take it out of that and put it back in record, and I'm recording, and I went back into snapshot again. So we're back again. Am I hitting something by mistake? I have no idea. The battery is fully charged. It also has a slow-mo, so I tried it on slow-mo just to see it. As long as I was playing with it to get it back in the video, I just tested it in slow mode. And I also tested it in auto mode, because I found sometimes when I'm using it, there's no audio. So I'm wondering if it's no audio when it's in auto mode, so that you're not hearing all that background noise. I mean, do you need all that? When you're in auto, you just need to see. You don't need to hear. Which is nice to be able to hear, but you know, you never know what their way of thinking is. So that's where we're at. So I turned this on so I can see what the hell this is doing. Excuse me. So I'm going to take this and put this over here and hopefully let it record for a few minutes. It's not the best place for it, but it's a place. There's a place. Oh, I got to put a magnet up there. Alright, so meanwhile, might as well work on this a little bit more while I'm waiting to see what happens with that. And I got to call Chris, that's what I was talking about, but I never know what it actually recorded. I'm looking, I got to get a piece of pipe that would go over the pipe that I think it recorded when I was talking about it. Here's the pipe that's in the ground to hold the gizmo. The top of the gizmo kind of sticks out, so it's plenty big enough. If we were to look at it something like this, alright, I want to weld a piece of pipe onto here big enough so that it'll slide over this, and then when it slides over that, it'll also rest up against this, and then we're ready to go. And if I want to take it off, I just have to slide it off. So that's what I'm trying to do. I went to Home Depot. I may be repeating myself. If I am, I'll try to edit it out. But meanwhile, Home Depot doesn't have anything bigger than 2.25 inch pipe, according to the person I was talking to in plumbing. I went to a place around the corner from them that's been there for 100 years, literally, called Goody's Hardware. It's family run. I've mentioned it before. When my grandfather and father used to go to this hardware store years ago, I'd go with them, and while they're shopping and talking with the owner, I'd be running around with the owner's kid around the store. You know, we were 7, 8, 9, you know, that type of thing. Well, naturally, you know, the father died and left it to the kid, who's a little bit younger than I am. And then his kids are working there and stuff like that. But meanwhile, it's been there for a long time. They have things that Home Depot and Lowe's haven't got. They just don't have a lot of it. But most of the time, when you go to this store, it's one of those stores to where they're usually going to have what you want. And everybody that works there has full knowledge of everything in the store and has head on their shoulders to help you with an idea if you're trying to do something. So it's really a good place to be. Well, anyway, guess what? They didn't have it. Okay. See, that feels smooth, but I don't know if it actually is. Because when you get paint on something, it definitely makes a difference. Because things show that normally don't. If you're doing a car, what you do is you take a paper towel, keep it dry naturally, put it under your hand. So it's between the palm of your hand and the car. And if you run over it slow, and don't look, because your eyes can be deceiving. So you run your hands over the car slowly, and you can feel things that you can't see. Or it doesn't always happen, but sometimes your wife has a better sense of feel. I may not paint this. Maybe yeah, I gotta paint it because it's got paint on it. So if I paint it, maybe I'll paint it with a flat. I won't go with a gloss, maybe an eggshell. I was watching Rusty's glove box the other day. He did a hookup with his generator, and he put an actual switch box, breaker box in. Nice, neat job. Came out nice. Not that I was surprised, because Rusty usually does good work to start with, but yeah, it really looked good. I put a comment on there saying it looks good, and what I had done. Not that I'm trying to keep it all about me, but sometimes giving ideas, or saying what you did also helps other people. So I had told them how I hooked mine up to the main, so I don't have individual breakers. So that when the power shuts off, it automatically turns off the main. So I don't have to worry about electrocuting anybody on the pole when I start my generator. I still have to start it manually, but I don't have to worry about, like I say, starting it up and going, oh shit, I forgot to shut off the main. Now I'm going to worry about blowing my generator because I'm trying to charge up the whole neighborhood, or kill somebody that's on the pole. So, are you still recording? Let's see. I think you are. It looks like you are. I guess it was just a fluke. I must have been hitting something. That's all I can think of.